Hello, Quantum Warriors. Mel here for day 2 of our challenge. And as always, I am super duper excited. So let me know that you can hear and see me okay. I'm sure that you are. And today's topic is dynamite. It really is dynamite. So let's just see that you guys are coming into the room. We have a little bit of a time lag usually. I'll just wait and see for some people to come in and know that we're connected and we're all going. All right, here we go. I'm starting to see people come into the room. And I know it's a little bit late for you guys in the UK, but that's okay for us Aussies. And for the US, it's not too bad. So thank you for your commitment of people staying up. All right, now what I'm going to do is, again, look, I'm just going to give it a minute for you guys to come in. All right. Beautiful. Hi, Alison. Hey, Faye. All right, I'm going to get going. A little bit of housekeeping first before we get started. Now, I know quite a few of you are interested in the Speedy Shifts Facebook challenge, the actual competition. And what that is the chance to win a one-on-one healing package with me, which is valued at $995 USD. And how you become eligible for one of those 3 prizes is to be involved in this competition. Now, to be involved in this competition, what it means is either live or in the replay, you need to watch these lives. You need to have made a comment on the live from your Facebook page. And what will happen is after the 5 days, you have to register. You'll be told how to register for it. You're going to get a questionnaire that you fill in and you submit after 10 days of the 5 days. Now, the 3 chances to win are pretty straightforward. It's going to be the person with the most breakthroughs. It's an achievement award, you know, how much you've applied yourself and what's happened. And we'll know whether you're making it up or not. We'll know whether it's real because we're quantum, we can tell. So that's one of the first prizes. The other of the first prizes is the effort award. So this is somebody's put a lot of effort in, and I'm going to choose them by saying, you really need my help with healing one-on-one with me, and you deserve it. So I'm going to give a healing package to you. And then we're going to have the Source God Creation Award, which is everybody's name goes in a drawer and somebody will get drawn out. So every single person has a chance to win one of those 3 competition awards. Super excited about that. You got to be in it to win it, and anybody who is in it could win it. Very exciting. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Now also too, you need to be a Speedy Shifter, and I've put the links up with this live about connecting up to your Speedy Shifts. If you haven't done it, there's a very powerful, impactful, simple Speedy Shift. Oh, I nearly said the SHIT word. You've got to be careful. It's a tongue twister. Speedy Shift. Okay, so there's a link up above of this live where you can hook up to Speedy Shifts. If you're a gold NARP member, well then scroll down on your members platform, the Speedy Shifts are there. Okay, and if you're a silver NARP member, you can upgrade to your Speedy Shifts to unlock them, plus so many other crazy, incredible bonuses. By being a gold member, you can do that in the link above. So all of that's very easy. You have to be a Speedy Shifter. Well, one, to get the immense power out of these lives, because we're working with the fast quantum evolution revolution of Speedy Shifts, which people in the last 17 years in this community are never having the up levels and growth that they've had that they're now having on Speedy Shifts. So that's your greatest win, is you bursting forth into the true self and the true life that you deserve. Okay, The competition is just a bonus, but you have to be speedy shifting. All right, so guys, how are you feeling after week 1? Let me know. I'd love to see in the comments. Now, this is going to be posted on YouTube. It's going on my blog. All right, so we're not going to spend a lot of time going through that. But, you know, I know a lot of you are really dedicated. You're devoted. You're quantum warriors. Your growth is spectacular. You should be so proud of yourself. I love our community and I love what we create together. So that's so exciting. All right, I'm going to jump into day 2, which I'm super excited about. I'm super excited what the channel gave me about it, and I hope it has a powerful impact for you. So what we're doing today is we're talking about dissolving the trauma signatures that imprison your mind. And what does that mean? It means going free from the painful patterns that your mind is keeping you trapped in your now, as well as your future. And they keep playing out again and again, and with different people and situations. So it's like the same stuff, just in a different setting and a different flesh suit. In our day 1 information, you started working on freeing your mind from obsessive thoughts. And we spoke about discovering what is it that you're obsessing about. We went into that deep investigation. We also looked at, really importantly, how your ego is blocking you from finding and healing the vulnerable part of yourself, and how to get past your ego to get to the truth about what you need to heal. And a lot of you found that super helpful, and it just unlocked a whole new plethora of healing for you that you hadn't been able to access previous to this. It's awesome. So today we're going to go deeper. In today's lesson, we focus on finding and healing the trauma energetic signature. So these are the false beliefs that you've taken on in your very core essence, deep within your inner identity. And these are painful traumas which have a life of their own, and they're on autopilot within you. These painful energetic signatures, they are heat-seeking missiles. And your deeply unconscious, insidious, and painful energetic signatures play out in your life to the T. Often regardless of what you try to do, because they've been your normal and they feel real, and it's all you've ever known. It feels like your stuff. It feels like it's you. Now, the reason right now you're in this 5-day challenge is because you're obsessing about someone or something. And which is sadly a normal human experience, but it's not natural. And you may think that this is because of a situation that maybe you recently went through, or maybe it's happening now. But is it really? What if you were to consider that this is all coming from a feeling, a theme, a painful belief, aka traumatic energetic signature, that has been in your inner identity for a very long time? What if this was an already existing fracture when you were little, as well as being your lived experience from previous lifetimes? What if this energetic signature in your energy field has stayed the same for many lifetimes and it's played out in repeat because it hasn't been healed yet? And healing from that could be a huge key to unlocking you from the prison of the painful 3D, density, traumatic, stuck, victimized mind into liberated, fifth density, empowered creativeness and consciousness. How does that feel, that concept? Because yes, this is the case. Until we realize and act on that inside transformational work, these insidious patterns keep you in lower vibrational, repeat powerlessness, experiencing the evidence of my painful belief is real. And it's a vicious cycle because it hardwires you more into that painful belief as your lived, expected, and self-determined experience. And then there is the added aspect of getting literally, physiologically addicted to the painful, traumatic inner signature. And this has happened because your painful emotional triggers that are coming up for you signal to the hypothalamus in your brain, your chemical manufacturing plant, to create peptides, which really is like a drug, a chemical, that matches the painful emotions. And then these peptides are distributed through your body. They're accepted into the cells of your body. And the powerful peptides, the powerful ones, and traumatic inner identity signatures are powerful. They're highly charged. They make your replicating cells, which is you, create twice the amount of docking points to accept that same impactful peptide. So therefore, you need more and more and more of that painful peptide that your cells are craving, that they're geared to receive. So you get hardwired into that core identity painful belief. Now, this may sound impossible to beat, but it's actually not. Your traumatic inner identity signature is not who you are. You're actually geared naturally to live free from it. And a great part of the battle has been you accepting what you're feeling and experiencing is normal. And that struggling and battling with that part of you is really true. These feelings and these battles are not your true self. They are simply a dis-ease. an imposter, a glitch in your emotional system, like a virus in a computer. It was never meant to be there. And it's not you, and it's not your truth. And it can be found and it can be cleaned out, just like taking a virus out of a computer system. So how does that feel, thinking about it like that? So let's start doing that, shall we? But what we have to do first is we have to understand what your painful energetic signatures are about. Now, I hope you have pen and paper at the ready. So what I want you to do is I just want you to imagine opening your body and just take some breaths. And what we're going to do, and what I want you to do, is to just stay open to the following information. Just stay open and let it wash through your cells, and just get your mind out of the way. You know, the judgment or the analysis or the having to think about it. Just open and breathe and let it wash through you. Because the truth will set you free. And this information and the processes that I'm about to share with you have the power to liberate you from previous painful patterns. Exactly the ones that were eliminating you from reaching. They were limiting you. Sorry, not eliminating, limiting you from reaching your full potential. Well, they were eliminating your dreams because they were keeping you separated from your dreams. So this is our first exercise. What I want you to write down is this statement. I now acknowledge that what I am obsessing about is a theme for me. This theme that is played out in repeat and is connected to a painful energetic signature within me. I am ready to find it so that I can heal it and go free. So what it is, just check it over. I now acknowledge that what I am obsessing about is a theme for me. This theme that is played out in repeat and is connected to a painful energetic signature within me. I'm ready to find it so that I can heal it and go free. Now what you're going to do is you're going to read this back to yourself a few times, have your body open and relaxed, and you're deeply breathing so that you can absorb this as an inner standing. You can embody it. So I want you to do that right now. Okay, let's just do it again. All right. I now acknowledge that what I'm obsessing about is a theme for me. This theme that is played out in repeat and is connected to a painful energetic signature within me. I'm ready to find it so that I can heal it and go free. I know it's long, but we want to cover off those bases. And then when you're reading it back to yourself, you're breathing, you're open, so you can start absorbing it as an understanding, as an embodied truth. Okay, so why is this understanding so important? Because of quantum law. So within, so without. Meaning whatever is going on as an energetic signature inside of you, for good or bad, means that you are programmed into the exact matching trajectory that will bring about more of that energetic signature no matter what you try to do. The inner emotional energy in motion, heat-seeking missile is what is real for you regarding the people and situations you choose, the way you show up with these people, and what becomes of these exchanges. It's been your normal. It's familiar. It's just what you know how to do unconsciously. And it's ingrained as your usual. You don't know that you unconsciously expect this, and you continue to connect and participate with it. And then, because it is unnatural, it's your normal, but it's not natural, it's unnatural, which means your true essence. It's not aligned with your true self, unity, consciousness, source, soul, self, which is about expansion, life force, freedom, and creation, and that's why it hurts. It's in contrary to the true inner code. Your source self innate programming that is yourself and is your life. And this is why you're obsessing. You're trying to think your way out of an unnatural, diseased glitch. But it is never the way to resolve it. Does that make sense? Now let's move on to the next exercise. In day one, you got to the vulnerable feeling that was what was hurting about what you're obsessing about. You got to those feelings. So these feelings could be something like, I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not heard. I'm not supported. I'm not lovable. I'm not worthy of love. Whatever it was. And what I want you to do, I want you to write it down again. What was it? What were those vulnerable feelings? Once you got your ego offline and you got to the truth about how you were feeling. And again, in module one, in day one, we were using Speedy Shifts in the course, the actual course, module 4, the Source Healing and Resolution module 4, to get the ego dissolved and out of the way, to get to the vulnerable feelings. If you've been doing that, you should have been able to get in contact with your vulnerable feelings. Okay. Now we're going to think about the pattern of this, such as with this feeling, this vulnerable feeling, such as when and with whom have you felt this feeling before? Such as I'm not good enough, or I'm not heard, or I'm not supported. Whatever it was, that vulnerable feeling. So we're just going to open our body and breathe and be really honest. Where have you felt like that before? Was it as a child? Was it one or both parents? Maybe teacher? Other caregivers? Other family members? Was it in adult relationships? At school, friendships? And what you're going to do in your own time, because it would take too long here live, you're going to think about that. Really feel into it and open up to the understanding that this has been a pattern, it's been a theme. Where has it happened? And this is never about self-judgment. This is about unlocking the truth with fascination to be able to heal and up-level. Because we've all got this stuff. All of us. So once you've done that, a fascinating exercise, you're going to be ready, and I want you to do that step. Don't cut it out. Do not take shortcuts. We got to get real to heal. And then okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down, the directions will be on the blog as well, who the people were, the approximate age that you experienced that vulnerable feeling, painful feeling. And as you're doing it, this is not about judging yourself, and it's not about getting angry at them. It's about just breathe and open up, and I bless and accept this truth. Speak to yourself beautifully. This is fascinating. This is awesome. We're working out how to heal this. This is not about a blame and shame session. That's your ego. If it's doing that crap, go back to module 4, Speedy Shifts, and get rid of those things. Because what's your ego's purpose? To stop you from healing and evolving. That's what it's doing. Don't give in to it. All right. So now you're going to really identify what your painful energy signature is. And maybe you've already come to this. Maybe because after doing the work with the Speedies and the healing, it's come up for you already. Some of you will already be onto it. I know that. And actually with having conversations with you beautiful community and my dear quantum friends, I know there are already people onto this. Whether you are or not, doesn't matter. We just want to make sure we cover the bases to get this done properly. So whether or not you have been able to go deeper yet, now it's time to. And this is where you're going to have to really trust what you're feeling and go deeper. And we never do this logically. If you close your body down and breathe shallowly and go into your head, you're never going to get there. We have to breathe and open and be in self-partnering, which is love and fascination and being present with self, which means your inner self. That is yourself, not what's going on in the monkey mind. So let's set this intention together now. And this is going to be your third exercise. And I want you to write this down. You ready? I'm ready to go deep into the truth of what has been playing out for me. The deeper, painful inner belief. Because as a powerful creator, I know I've had the power to generate what I don't want unconsciously. Now I acknowledge I have the power to find this so that I can powerfully recreate my life anew. Again, I'm ready to go deep into the truth of what has been playing out for me. The deeper, painful inner belief. Because as a powerful creator, I know I've had the power to generate what I don't want unconsciously. Now I acknowledge that I have the power to find this so I can powerfully recreate my life anew. I'm ready to go deep into the truth of what has been playing out for me. The deeper, painful inner belief. Because as a powerful creator, I know I've had the power to generate what I don't want unconsciously. Now I acknowledge that I have the power to find this so that I can powerfully recreate my life anew. And again, you're going to read that back. You're going to open your body and breathe and take it on as an inner standing. And this is a very important statement because you are taking radical personal responsibility, which means you are in the powerhouse driver's seat of your life. Otherwise, you're a victim and you're never going to change a thing. Nobody's coming to change your inner being. It's your job. Okay. And you are doing great. So good. So identifying your painful energetic signatures. Let's have a look at that. Because you're going to do this in your own time, but you might start pinging right now. Like I said, you might have already got to this from your day one work. You ready? You ready? It's pretty exciting. So let me help you really feel this with some examples. And they may just go bang for you like, whoa, I've got it. Okay, so let's say your vulnerable parts are something like, I'm not heard, I'm not good enough, I'm unlovable, all the usual stuff, right? Deeper underneath that, there could be a painful, deeper core belief such as, I don't deserve to exist. Open your body and breathe. It might go whack for you. Your inner being will tell you whether you've got that or not, because it'll ping. Maybe I don't belong here, meaning on this planet. I'm defective, I'm wrong, I'm unacceptable. Whoa, huh? I'll never fit in. It's not safe to be myself. Could be all of these, could be more. So this is the deal, beautiful quantum warriors. Your painful trauma signatures are to do with your very existence, your place in the world, who you are as a human being on planet Earth. Does that make sense? These painful energetic signatures are false beliefs. They were created by embodied trauma, usually set up way back in past lives, absolutely inherited from your ancestors, who also had big fractures about their very existence, wedged in their subconscious programs. Because please know, not only do you take on the aesthetic qualities, such as skin color, hair color, eye color, you also inherit emotional beliefs. They're passed on to you as well, including the painful ones, because they have large emotion energy trapped in them. They powerfully manifest. They have a life of their own, and they get passed on from generation to generation. And then as well, with being impregnated with painful energetic existence signatures that were a part of you when you were born, you landed with them. That's why they feel like they're you, and they're so normal. You were also brought up in a family that reinforced these traumas because your family carried them as well. Okay. The important thing to understand about painful energy signatures is if they exist inside of you, they're going to continue to play out for you, and you're also going to pass them on to your offspring and people's lives who you influence. It's a disease and it gets passed on. So there is no upside for you or anybody else to hang on to painful energetic signatures. When you go free from them, you will also pass on energetic freedom to those who you're connected to and to whose lives you touch. You're going to be a quantum influencer, up-leveling our world from this garbage. So we're going to do this. You know, you're going to go through all the exercise anyway to check in that you got it right, and just to go through it, all your exercises that I'm giving you. So what you're going to do, or what you can even do now, is question 1. What painful belief or beliefs, write this down, question 1. What painful belief or beliefs do I have about my very existence as a human on this planet? What painful belief or beliefs do I have about my very existence as a human on this planet? Now, these are not true, but you're carrying them, so they may as well be true, but they're not who you are. So get fascinated, right? I want you to breathe, open your body, and rock if you need to self-soothe, and be brave, because these are painful. The more vulnerable, which means truthful, that you are, the more authentically real you are being, and the more powerfully and quickly you can heal. What painful belief or beliefs do I have about my very existence as a human on this planet? What arises? What arises? If it doesn't come now, you're just going to go through all of your exercises, and it will. Okay? It will. So for me, it was absolutely, I don't deserve to exist, was huge. You're wrong, you're bad, you're unacceptable. Things like that. Okay. Is this making sense? Beautiful. All right, so you're going to tap in, you're going to write down what arises for you, and you're just going to be open and brave and accepting. You cannot heal what you're not prepared to feel. You cannot defeat what you don't define. If it stays there unconsciously, that your life is on default. You are creating by default, and that's never pleasant. It's not the true life you deserve. Okay, so now, as shocking as this may seem, that energetic signature that you find, it doesn't have power over you. It doesn't. Lies don't. They only seem to when you believe them. So once the dense energy of this energetic signature is released and replaced with the light of your true self in your speedy shifts, you will not believe this ridiculous notion at all. Gonski. I love the word Gonski. Because it will no longer be who you are being. It won't be in your being, so it will no longer be who you are being. Your inner standing, your internal energy signature will have been completely shifted and changed. Then the people and situations that have been bringing you the evidence of this belief will become unpalatable for you. They won't yoke with you anymore. You will honestly speak your truth, lay boundaries, And they either step up to join you in your truth, or you lovingly part ways knowing that you're no longer a match for these people and situations. And you will instantly start generating situations and people who do match your true self version. Which is namely this. And you don't have to write it down yet because we're going to get to that. This is what your true self version is. I am a fractal of source and all that is, and at one with creation itself. I deserve to exist because existence and I am one. I'm supported by all of Source's life force and loved unconditionally by Source God creation simply because I exist. It is impossible to be separated from or not deserve that which I am. That's actually the truth. Can you imagine what will start opening up for you in the inner standing of that truth? Can you imagine? I'll tell you what it is. It's very simple. The evidence of that inner standing is what's going to start manifesting for you. And of course, let's get very clear about this. It doesn't mean that your life is not going to have growth challenges and things that go wrong, which is always pushing you to up level from the inside to course correct, turn up in more empowered ways on the outside so that you can claim your next true self, true life expansion. That doesn't stop. And you're not going to be spinning your wheels in the same analysis paralysis because your energy signature will be gone ski, the painful one. It's no longer powerfully playing out in the background behind the scenes, keeping you stuck in less than situations and interactions that have brought about the same painful patterns and people. You're going to be liberated. How does that sound? How does that feel? This is making sense. I'm glad it's making sense. It's actually very simple. It's just we didn't know where to look or how to deal with it. It's actually very simple. It's just a glitch that we can rewrite. That's all it is. So were you addicted to the old inner fractured existence self? Absolutely. I was too. Because it was familiar, normal to you. And even more than that, the disappointments, the struggles, and the painful triggers, they were giving you the peptides, the cocktails that were keeping you addicted. So this was a huge reason why you were stuck in the obsessional loops, because it's normal and I'm addicted to it. Because I'm chemically hardwired to receive more of that painful feeling about my very existence. So that addiction to it, which is literal, you don't have to worry about that, how to fix my addiction to my painful signature, because when you work with Quantum Freedom Healing, and now it's even faster with the Speedies, the addiction loop gets organically broken, dissolved. The body gets the shift The brain is released from the tormented prison of following the body, and the cocktails stop being manufactured. And the diseased cells that were used to getting the nasty cocktail are instantly set free because the light of source fills them and heals what you could never think your way out of. So this means that by doing this inner work the right way, and it is very simple, you organically ascend beyond all of that mess, shift by shift. And many of the shifts are going to be instant. How you feel and what you receive will turn on a dime in your life. So it's so exciting, this work. That's why quantumly, I am always so excited. So excited. It's just incredible. All right, now I've just realized I need to go to another slide. Just hang on one sec because I'm looking at slides that I'm working with here. Just hang on, my lovelies. Where did that go? It will be here. Be this one. Come on. Because I'm going to take you how to work with this. I did have it and I'm looking at, sorry darlings, it's been a crazy, crazy, crazy week. But I'll let you just center yourself while I am looking for this particular slide. Okay, so what we do here is, yeah, I've got the wrong document for some reason. Oh, here it is. No, it's not here. Okay, so what we do, the first thing that we do is you are going to use Speedy Shift. You're going to use module 4 again, the source healing and resolution, which is about targeting that actual trauma signature. Okay, so that actual trauma signature is exactly what you are going to target and take to module 4. And that is one of the most powerful things that you can ever do. Source healing and resolution. So you're sort of like, I don't deserve to exist. You're taking that to module 4 of your Speedies. Okay? And you're going to resolve it until you get to a 10 out of 10. That's going to change massively what you've been feeling and what you've been going through. Then what I highly, highly suggest as well is module 7 of NARP Speedies, which is strengthening your connection to source. Because when you think about it, your existence fractures have disconnected you from source and your higher self and creation and life force and oneness, and they have completely taken you out of the game of who you really are and your co-creation unity consciousness, your 5D reality. So module 7, Speedy in NARP, is so much now about source and you and wholeness and one in the organic unity consciousness connection, much more than the original module 7. Okay, so use the Speedy one. Module 2 is also about your source to self. If you're struggling with love, approval, survival, and security, module 2 is so powerful for that. And in the Speedy, it's an update. It's not so much about the whole narcissistic thing. It's about you and source. That is powerful. Now, when we go back to, I love this goal set, for you to work on this stuff. So we have the goal set for you. Let me just find this again. All right, so write this down because this is an amazing Speedy goal set. And the Speedy goal set is Have you got pen and paper ready? All of these instructions are going to be on the blog as well. Okay, so I am a fractal of source. I am a fractal of source. And all that is at one with creation itself. I deserve to exist. Because existence and I am one. I am supported by all of Source's life force. And loved unconditionally by Source / God creation. Those three words, Source, God, creation. Simply because I exist. I am never separated from or not deserve that which I am. Now, whenever you are doing your own goal sets, make sure you word it in a way that's powerful for your inner being. You want to get that essence, but you have to start trusting yourself. You're your own guru. So word it in a way where it feels powerful and expansive. And then when you do your Speedy goal set, all you have to do is write it down, read it, intend that's the goal set. And that intention is quantumly imprinted. It's done. You don't have to keep going back and reading it. You've set that intention. It's done. Now, all you're doing is targeting the next trauma that's not allowing you to be a 10 out of 10, clearing it until you get to a 10 out of 10. And then to check it, you're going to go and read back your statement. If it feels clean and expansive and real, and you've got space and you have peace and you feel like you've landed, then you're a 10 out of 10. And you can keep checking in. There may be deeper stuff that comes up for you later on, tomorrow. Go back to your statement, have it as your goal and read it and go, is it expansive and real for me? If not, I've got to go back. I'm going to go back and do the goal set again. I'm just going to keep cleaning until it becomes an embodied just isness. Because then you will not recognize your life. Even if it's been lying in the ashes of complete, even if your life is burnt down to the ground, it is going to reboot in ways that you can't even imagine. Just like a sick computer that gets de-virused and it starts working. You were programmed to work, to thrive, to be flourished and nourished, and expansion and creation itself. That's what you're programmed to be. So let's just go through that again. Source Healing and Resolution module to work on that painful energetic signature that is the glitch of your very existence. Module 7 of NARP Speedies is amazing to get you attuned up to source. Module 2 of Speedies is amazing to become your own source in love, approval, survival, and security. So for those of you that haven't been able to make money yourself or haven't been able to feel like an adult in your body, able to make it in this lifetime, that's going to get you online. And then that beautiful goal set about you and source and existence being one is going to make every single difference. So I'm going to give it 5 minutes or so for you amazing people to ask any questions that you like. Okay. And I'm just going to say, you know, keep your journal with you. You're going to be recording your shifts, your results, what's going on for you, what you've been doing, what you haven't, you know, like, because all of that stuff is the stuff you're going to be filling out in your report after the 5 days. And purposely, I'm not giving you that report now. I'm going to spring it on you because I want to know who's been doing which and what and how authentic it is. Because what's my greatest role as a teacher, a quantum teacher? To hold you to account, to be your own teacher guru. And this is what this 5-day challenge is all about. All right, so Cassie's onto her Speedy Shifts, always going. Oh, I've always known my energetic signature, but wasn't clear like I am now that I could release it. I love that, Kate, because that's been the problem. We think it's us. It's not. It's just a glitch. It's a disease. It's a virus. It's not real. Right. All right, I didn't catch all of the last one that you read out, Mel, starting with I am a fractal of source. It's all going to be in the blog. And I'm also going to put a post here to help you guys with that stuff. All right, if anybody has it there, maybe write it up in the chat to help out the people that haven't got it yet. Yes, it felt like just like my glitch. Cheryl, love what we're doing. So many changes. Definitely a bumpy road though. Yeah, it is a bumpy road. You know, like change and healing and growth is very uncomfortable because we've been used to our comfort zones, but our comfort zones are never comfortable because our true self is always screaming and triggered because it's not natural. So the only way out is through to what is natural. I now feel the trauma being released very strongly. It's like a plug being pulled out of my body. I'm still struggling, but we'll work on this. Yep, and you know, you beautiful people who are struggling, love yourself through this. It's so important to have beautiful self-talk. You know, like you would a child you love. You're like, honey, I love you. I'm here with you. You're doing a great job. You know, we're going to get through this, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you. Talk to yourself like that. It makes such a huge difference. What I also love to do quantumly is ask for help from the other side. Like, you know, your guides, your angels, just say, you know, like, I'm struggling. Help me with this. Give me the strength and the courage and the love. You know, you might ask God to step in and help you. You know, your higher beings. Tracy, thank you so much. Clearly my life is already unrecognizable because I'm receiving life-changing information without going into thousands of dollars of debt. Exactly. My son's life is unrecognizable as well. Yep. I love this. There's more to release. The light is coming in more intensely than ever. Thank you, Mel. And see, here's the thing. Our liberation, our emancipation, our thriving should not cost you decades and thousands of dollars. It shouldn't. It should be able to be accessed easily in a straight line in a way that actually works from the inside out. I was the same. Before going quantum, my life was so expensive and the only changes I had actually weren't even incremental. I was just going around in circles. Do you suggest focus on module 2, allowing myself to earn until I get a 10 and then doing other modules? Great question, Denise. I would do the source healing and resolution on it. Absolutely, as your number one priority, because that is that very existence will be gone of that painful, energetic existence trauma. Get rid of it with the source healing and resolution, then finally tune with module 2. Does that make sense? All right, guys. I'm so proud of you. Does anybody else have any other questions? And also tell me, how are you feeling about your soul, your life, your true self, your true existence? How are you feeling? I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on getting well. Kate is saying, yeah, me too. Astra, yes, I've been aware of these deep beliefs, but I've just felt major signature feeling of a deeper, broader level. If I still wasn't able to let go of my inner narc, do I have to wait to do this day 2 work? Yeah, good question. Trust yourself. Know you can interact. And you may have getting off this trauma of the evidence of your existence. Your narcissistic self, your ego might have been really wrapped up in that and really messing with you in that. So you might really take away a lot of its food very quickly by doing that source healing and resolution, module 4 of the Speedy course. I would give that a go. Is so detrimental and it seems so common. Oh, Sandra, the I don't deserve to exist. It's massive. All of the human programming it's been Munchausen's disease. We've all believed these terrible lies that have kept us small and sick and diseased and unable to take back our power, but enough's enough. That's what we're doing now. So a bright source light. Cami, I'm not understanding that question. Okay, I'm not understanding the question, honey. Maybe send me a DM. All right, guys, I've been bumpy this week, but the difference is the light has still been present. Okay. And we're going through big stuff. An astrological friend of mine, she was just telling me how there's this massive split between 3D and 5D going on now. So our 3D parts are screaming and crying and, giving us a lot of trauma, but it's just about they're not who we are. They really feel like they are, but they're not. It's less thinking, more shifting. Just get them out, get the light in. We're all on track. Everything's going beautifully. We're just going to ride this ascension wave. Really, we're getting through to the promised time in the promised land. And, source is large and in charge and the light wins. That's what we're doing. So it's going to get dark. It's going to feel dark. It's going to feel real, the darkness. It's not. Just keep on track, beautiful people. All right, gorgeous people. I love you all so much. I'm going to go. But yeah, this will be on the blog, so that you can follow the instructions. It's going to be on YouTube as well. Share, share, share. Let's get the word out there that there is another way to heal. It doesn't have to be the old, clunky, antiquated way of being stuck in our traumas and our victimhood with no way out. Like, it's time for us all to wake up and go straight to what's going to work. So, I love you all. You're amazing. And I will be talking to you soon. All right. Source is large and in charge. Love you. See you guys. Bye.